having dosed more than she can handle, pesticides inside her blood while she unscrambles, shushing the rushing that rustles her. She smiles gravely as the world goes blurred, soundly searching for lurking light, referencing love while working right. No words to find the truth in life. It's simply moving as the heart decides, confiding softly with cells and might. The will is willing if lacking fright. Insight sure spirit, being sure to positively steer it, believing you'll hear it so long as you're hardy and hardly ever never near it. The savage was fond, that is, on to something. Society has say so long as you're saying nothing. So ruffle some feathers, rewrite all the wronging. The sing is songing, that is, the song is but singing, that the tune is still ringing and lingering with this whole. The lot is the laughter, the total and told, that we're totally rolled into one total free soul that simply cannot be sold. No fiscal or miscalled rascal can trample the wonder of the worker as she samples the ample fruit in her hand which the land stands steady to give. No man with dead trees is truly he who does live, because money, unlike honey, consumes its own bee, and now standard is a hive who works for a fee, never sowing the seed and only reaping disease. The story is still heaved and we scurry to seize what they insist we must think and fight to achieve. Ironic. Queen of the chronic, just kick the tonic. Guess we've all got to quit at some point mid-fit. Never happens to have been when we were all well and winning. Ah, well, that's sinning. So they say, priests and quacks, with their pleas, prices, and their lacks of effort. A prayer? A prescription? Scripture is your solution? A description of all my friction is all you filed for all this while I sat on a couch, pouted and prayed to a God whom I'd sworn had been delayed by the deviant king, the devil himself. You sold us our fears and our lacks of health, and my heart it sat in waiting, perhaps designated in my stating, waiting to silently disperse, but go on baiting hell as home. Though it's known now my fate is stating that I am free and finished debating. Chemicals will not save me, never a virgin nor her baby, and this dream does not end in maybe, like all your faulted dreams and cravings, to have been right in spite of all that's shed, the blood, the binds, the bright and dead, the fight and spread of greed instead of love. And so long as you're around, they will perish, the bright and bound. This I swear it with sight and sound, as brand new life inside me is found.
All right.
Just one man, split personality. P throws spell and phony T. One obsequious lad who sits in his tree, the other flinging filth at you and me. Oh, Mr. P, why not let it be? Unlike your idle Lenin, you're hardly free. Look at her shoes, you'd scoff and tease any female who didn't please the eye. But my, you'd coo, what a lovely blouse, when that same dame was inside your house. Radiohead. Listen, see, rubbish you'd scorn, that's not the 60s. Well, Mr. P, again listen, heed, there's a great grand world beyond your trees. Heard of the streets, the strokes, or the strays? Your answer still is likely nay, because finite minds don't roll very far. In fact, they're often stuck right where they are. And Mr. Bobby F., he did profess that I was likely hired due to my dress. Lies, you shriek, that's just not me. but meet your assistant, Miss Double D. Interesting. Okay, I see. So maybe it wasn't my poetry. But remember your words, you inspire me. Then, Mr. Throwspell, why on earth did you fire me? Thankfully, history screams, because hindsight now is 20/20. I recall words you used like green and envy when you spoke of how you felt for me. Well, open a book and read to seize the meaning of your word envy. Synonyms include resentment and jealousy. Related is ill will, malice, and animosity. But I was wrong to liken you to Hitler, because you're more frightful and more bitter. Point proven when you marked that F, then stole the ideas you called my best. Is this not what you had said, that indeed I instructed you instead? A pupil sent to guide her leader. You are my compass, you are my teacher. And for just one note in this symphony, I wept over what you stole from me. Not just grade or pay or my sanity, but my fragile faith in humanity. Though, sit back down, you've not won yet. You're just one lout I'm soon to forget. In fact, brute man, I might well have, because looking back, you don't seem so crass. And you had a way of kissing, forget it then. What's done is past. And it was good you barked like a rabid ass, because I learned something about integrity and how frauds like you make poetry. If we took each rear upon which laid your lips, we'd have a galaxy of rear to kiss. And at the center grows a gaping hole, inside of which escapes your soul. So you hurry still, you're not done yet, with just a simple compliment. Say something more, something brighter, like I've never met a better writer. Now turn right around and tell your friend that nothing you said was genuine. Call some fellow a wicked bloat, then plead not guilty, because it's about who you know. This is why you shared supper with your president. To get in good is what you said. Well, if the world's so afraid of politics and who on top has got the whip, then I'll be David, backed by few, armed with truth to sling at you. It was your own colleagues who warned me of this, but I don't believe in prejudice. So I spoke, thanks for caring, though his slate is clean. In life, who we are is not always who we've been. But I should have guessed when you refused to hear a foreign melody dance in your ear. Because you're not a creature who grows and becomes. You're a creature who's long been done. So while I live a life becoming me, you already are who you'll always be. No newfound cause or newborn dream, just the same old thoughts and philosophy. No change of tune or change of pace, for inside your tomb you are encased.
Wow, great.